Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am beyond excited for this video because I'm going to be doing a first impression on the new Violet Voss Sugar Crystals palette, which arrived at my house today, and I'm so excited about it. This is the palette that broke my no buy, and I just love the idea of this palette so much. You can see the corner here is kind of broken because I don't know what my mail person was doing, but apparently like they have like something against Sephora. But anyways, the palette, the color scheme, everything is so beautiful, and I just knew that I love this, and it's just like, it's just my vibes. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend this back so you guys can see all the colors really well. It is just beautiful. Like, this entire bottom row is all inner corner colors to me, and that's everything. So I'm excited about this, and I figure we can kind of go through, swatch all of them. I kind of like taking it slow and swatching them one at a time and telling you how I feel about it. I don't know, maybe that's like super old school of me because I know people don't like swatches as much anymore, but I just love swatching things. So definitely gonna do that, and then we will throw this on my eyelids and see how I feel about it. Although I have pretty good, like, I guess pretty high expectations because everything else I've tried from Violet Voss I have liked. So let's go ahead and jump on in. I think the way that I'm going to swatch this is not the way I normally swatch things. I normally go from left to right and then like row by row. But because these are kind of like organized in color stories, I think I'm going to go ahead and do like the pink row and then the orange row and then the yellow row and yada yada, keep going. So starting off we have bubblegum, strawberry, and cotton candy. Ooh. So the matte felt pretty smooth. It's obviously looking pretty pigmented. And then these shimmers are kind of like a little bit more of like that thicker kind of metallic feel. Cotton candy is just like a super light baby pink. All right, now we have pearberry, orange cream or creme, and then sherbet. Wow, I'm hungry. That's pretty. It's kind of a really peachy tone. I feel like this peachy shade kind of took me by surprise. Like, it's just so pretty. I feel like that'd be a nice highlighter. And then like the warm matte shade, it's, I don't know, it's kind of got a unique tone to it. Like, it's like a vibrant sienna dirty peach something. I don't know, but it doesn't look like just your typical orange, so I appreciate that. All right, next we have banana, lemon drop. Ooh, I cannot, oh gosh. And buttercream living for this row. All right, so those are those three shades. I love that row. Like, that is so perfect to me. Like, the perfect, like, kind of like white gold highlight. And I love a super, super, super light gold. Like, I think that's beautiful. Really, really, really hope I'm not disappointed when I apply these on my eyes because I kind of hyped this palette up in my mind. I didn't watch any reviews yet. I clicked on my friend Annette. She did a video on this, and I clicked on it specifically just to write first because I don't know, I think that's funny. But I didn't watch the video yet. I'm sorry, Annette. I'm going to watch it whenever I play with this just because I know when I have something coming, I don't want to like, I don't want any bias, like to think it's better or worse than it is. I just want to go into it and see how I feel about it. So now mint choco. Ooh, okay, that one looks a little bit more sheer. Pistachio. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And limeade. I love a good cherry limeade from Sonic. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that shade right there. Okay, I'm gonna give it an extra pass. I'm gonna go in one more time. Oh, well, it looks buildable. Yeah, okay. We'll see. And oh my gosh, that shade, that mint shade. Okay, so this next row we have blue raz. Ooh, that looks really pigmented. Sweet and sour. And sugar crystals. I just want to know that sugar crystals does look a little different from the other shadows. It just looks like it has a little bit more of sparkles in it, but still super beautiful. It has like a purpley blue reflect to it. Beautiful. All right, last but not least, we have the purples: jelly bean, grape, And then Lollipop. Sometimes I can't help but go in another time, but I really didn't add that much to it. So there's the purple row. Okay, that one's a little bit more sheer. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go into that purple one more time. Yeah. So there are all the swatches. I feel like this is super promising. I'm loving the way that they are looking. I will say some of the mattes do seem like they're a little bit more of a buildable formula, just because I did swatch those two twice just to see, and I feel like I could definitely build the pink up some too, but also my arm is completely unprimed and unmoisturized. I did absolutely nothing to it, so normally shadows perform a little better on top of a primer, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off and we can zoom in and do my eyes. Not have a plan on what I was going to do with this palette, but surprise, surprise, I think I'm going to go ahead and play with the blues and greens today. So I'm going to start off with Mint Choco. I really want to see how this one performs. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in my crease. And blending upwards because this is going to be my transition shade. Okay, but that actually looks pretty good. I feel like on my screen it's looking a little bit more blue, but in person it looks very mint. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and go into the shade Blue Raz. And I'm just going to take that shade on my outer V. And blend it into my crease just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take Banana, and I'm going to run this along the lower lash line. Ooh, it's pretty pigmented. Not necessarily because I want a yellow lower lash line for this look, but I figure I'll mix the yellow and the blue and make it green. Alright, I'm going back into Blue Raz, the darker blue. Just going to put this on the, I would say, outer 2/3 right here. Just blend that. Just gonna go back in with the previous brush and just blend that a little bit more. No additional product. I'm gonna clean off that brush. I'm gonna go ahead and take a touch of Lemon Drop and pop that on the inner part of my eye right here. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and dip into this beautiful shade Pistachio. And I'm going to put that over my entire lid right here where it's open. Ooh, that is beautiful. I'm just going to tap that into the blue just a little bit so it fades. Alright, that shade Pistachio is so beautiful. Like, it's just such a pretty iridescent green. I think it applied really well. It built up well. I think it looks fine like this, but I am a little bit curious to see what it looks like wet, so I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush. Yeah, so it looks just a little bit more wet, but it didn't do that much different. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some of Limeade onto my inner corner. The moment I've been waiting for. Yep, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so to finish up my face real quick, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Sweet from the Morphe 8W blush palette, which I was sent through Octoly. Just using the lightest shade just to add a little blush, but nothing crazy. For highlighter today, I really want to use the palette, so I'm going to go ahead and use Sherbert. That's pretty. I opted for one of the more neutral shades just because I felt like doing, like, I'm breaking out everywhere, so I didn't want to do, like, the most intense, crazy, colorful highlighter. But that's actually such a pretty, like, really just glowy, peachy shade. Alright, to finish off my eyes, I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara and the Modster Ardency In Liner in the shade Jade. for lips today, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Barely There lip gloss from I Love Sarah E and Dose of Colors. Whew, that's pigmented. Alright, so this is the finished look with the palette, and I really, really like how it turned out. I am feeling pretty passionate about this palette, so I'm going to stop myself really quickly and just repeat that this is only a first impression and I need to play with it a lot more before I can review it or totally recommend it to y'all. But at this moment, I am very, very happy with it. I feel like it performed exactly the way I wanted it to. The mattes are super easy to blend and they are a little bit more buildable, which kind of works perfectly for how I want to use this palette, which I'll explain in just a moment. But also the metallics are stunning, super easy to work with. They look absolutely beautiful. No problems there. None of the shades are not pigmented. There doesn't seem to be any duds. So I am overall really, really happy with the performance of the eyeshadows. I still have to wear them like throughout the day and see how long they last and if they crease or fade or anything like that. But at this moment, I am very, very happy. And so basically, I think I can explain why I love the idea of this palette so much. First of all, like, I think the packaging is super cute. Like, I just love all the pastel rainbowness. But basically, when I look at this palette, I feel like I have so much creative freedom to do something so simple because of the way that these are laid out. Like, the way that I see it is, like, this is in the crease. And like, because the mattes are more buildable, I feel like I could put this in the crease and kind of like do like a soft pink, and then I could build it up in the outer V to add a little bit of definition. And then these middle shades all over the lid, and then this bottom row would be the inner corner highlight. So I feel like I could do that same look with every single row and be very, very content with it. Like, I just feel like it's so easy to just do a colorful look with this, but also all these colors complement each other so well. Like, you could do like the full like rainbow look. You could do the blues and the greens together like I did today. You could do purple and pink. You could do like a more neutral warm eye. You could do the pink and the blue. Like, there's so much you could do here. So if you want to be like simple, like how I've kind of been doing my makeup lately and just go dun 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 done, or you can really play it up and play with all the colors together. I don't know, I just feel really inspired by this, and because it performed well, I feel really happy. The price point of this palette is $42, which is definitely more high end, but I will say that I noticed Violet Voss doing pretty decent sales every once in a while, so if you're not like absolutely dying to get your hands on this at this exact moment, if you wait a little bit, I'm sure they will have it like 20, 30, I've seen up to 40% off, which is not bad, or whenever Sephora does their usual sales, which I don't keep up with anymore. There are 18 shadows, which is not too shabby, and also a mirror, and the shadows are, let's see, there's a total of 32.4 grams or 1.14 ounces. So I think that's everything for today's video and my first impression. Overall, I'm giving it a big thumbs up for today. So I am definitely, like I said, inspired by this palette. So I'm thinking of doing a week of and doing 5 looks with this. So let me know if you would like to see that, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.